Boom, we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Life is a Chad YouTube channel. I thank all of you for being here, wherever you may be, and of course, however you may be listening. So I just wanted to quickly make a video on this. Obviously, I am an Iowa Hawkeye fan, but I think that this illustrates just how much politics has infiltrated itself into the sports world. One of the biggest uh, influences for what I do with content creation is, of course, Clay Travis. And Clay Travis, I'm sure he still says it, but he used to say it on his radio show and on his Periscope slash YouTube show. It's whatever it used to be in the past. Remember when Periscope was a thing, guys? I mean, man, times fly, huh? But sports is meant to be the dessert. It's meant to be the dessert that you eat after eating your collard greens, after eating your Brussels sprouts, after eating the entree. Sometimes the entree is good. Sometimes it's, you got to get through eating some things that you don't like the best. But the dessert is something that you can just delve out and enjoy, obviously within moderation, all that good stuff. But, you get the point. And sports has been infected by the political agenda of mainstream, the establishment, all the things rotten in society today. And I just saw this. I wasn't even planning on discussing it today, but I wanted to shine light on it as quickly as I can. I don't want to make this a super drawn out video, but some of you guys may not be aware of who this person is. I realize that women's sports by and large suck. I know this both as an official and as, a normal fan of sports. the the only support that women's sports has is from men, and most of them it's due to them being beaten over the head with into submission. uh Please support my sport, support us, what, just awful. Nobody watches it out of pure entertainment. It is absolutely out of fear and whatever mind tricking, mind manipulation that is required for people to watch it. The NBA subsidizes the WNBA in men's sports. They subsidize the female sports. It goes on and on and on. And in the West, as much as they as much as we're supposed to live in this equal society where all that's needed is an equal under the law situation, what they really mean most of the time is equity, which means if I'm not here, you're going to give me, and somebody else is here. If I'm here and somebody else is here, you're going to give me what is required for me to be here without me having to work super hard and so on and so forth. So Caitlyn Clark, like I said, wouldn't be surprised if you guys don't know who she is. Let me go ahead and show you guys right quick, who she is. She is probably one of the most popular female sports athletes, definitely in college, if not the world right now. She just signed a major deal with NBC. Again, NBC doing that is still like, so when I say that she's the most popular female, I'm saying that for a reason, okay? She's obviously, most people still don't know who she is. But for the women's side of things, she is still somewhat popular, okay? Comparatively. And NBC, of course, is placating, but I'm just saying she did sign a deal with NBC Sports with I think Peacock. You know, I commonly see advertisements on YouTube for Peacock, and I see her picture there, her doing this, getting on defense, her going for defense, you know, let's go sort of thing. So this is who Caitlyn Clark is. Okay. She was player of the year last year. Iowa played in the national championship. They lost. They went up against a nearly all black basketball team in LSU, or a predominantly black basketball team in LSU. And so let me tell you guys something right off the bat. Okay. Basketball is a sport in America that has a ton of has a ton of there's a ton of African Americans who play basketball. All right. It is very popular in the African American community. As a sports official myself, I can tell you point blank that you will never be so red pilled as to be an official and see a predominantly black team versus a predominantly white team. It is one of the most red pilling things that you will run up against. It just is. And, you know, I made a video in the past that often the predominantly African American team will, if they're losing or you know they're playing poorly and calls are going against them, justifiably so, they will play the race card and immediately turn it into a victim mentality situation. I've had fans turn it into a racial thing that they're not getting calls because I'm a white ref and they're a black team. And the funny thing about it is, if they only knew how little officials care about the outcome of the game, they would never say anything about that. But of course, you know, this game turned racial as well, the Iowa versus LSU game, because Iowa was predominantly white. They're a Midwestern team, and LSU is a predominantly African American team. There's also the added situation, especially in the WNBA, where so when it comes to programs, there is a culture that is put in place. I played Division I water polo. I can speak about this from experience. And this is the case in the business world, anything. There is a culture that is instituted. Specifically in women's basketball, there are teams with a culture of African Americanness, with LGBTQS plus Y-ness, and those would be the two big ones. And then there are the teams that are more white and more not LGBTQ plus. You know, I remember seeing a video for let me see if I can pull her up real quick. Let's just type in here. Hold on, let me search it up. Yeah, I think it was Candace Parker, one of the somewhat attractive WNBA professional women's basketball players, who said, and there's been quite a few women who have spoken on this, that it's hard to be a straight women's basketball player in the WNBA because 90% of the league is homosexual. Okay. So there's this constant friction, collision. And so anyways, fast forward, and this is a clip from whatever show that Gilbert Arenas is on. So let's go ahead and check out what they have to say here. And there's a few more tweets that I want to show you guys, but let's see what it says.
For this year, this isn't just for Caitlyn, but you asked me about Caitlyn. If you're going to break a record, to me, if it's legitimate, you have to break that record in the same amount of time that player set it.
Okay.
Right? So if Kelsey Plum set that record in 4 years, well, Caitlyn should have broke that record in 4 years. But because there's a COVID year and then there's another year, you know what I mean? So she's already had an extra year to break that record. So is it truly a broken record? I don't know.
You think exactly how
I don't think so, but yeah, that'll go in the record books as Caitlyn Clark is the all-time, whatever it is. I don't even know what the number is, but that's the way it'll be.
Regardless, that's why it's called total points record. Now, she's not even right, mind you, which I'll get to. And that's not even the point of my video. You guys shouldn't be surprised that these motherfuckers right here have no idea what they're talking about. They're coming on this show to give their 2 cents and they speak so confidently on it, yet they are confidently ignorant. Like they are confidently stupid. Like I don't, how many people in in modern society do we have who are confidently stupid and are so confident in their ineptitude?
And I don't think it should be.
And the sad part is that record would never be broke because no
There'll
one's
never be another COVID year. Well,
COVID year. Well,
hopefully not,
there's
right?
never going to be probably another 5 or 6 years you can play in college sports, right? And that's the thing about it, right? Like it should be a whole separate entity, right? Like this record is this record because of 5 years, or it has a 5th year. So whoever's playing 5 years, y'all in this lane, right? The rest normal is here.
Yeah, and it's not to take anything away from what she's done.
No, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
But if you're talking about
that's a fucking lie. That's exactly what it is.
breaking records, then if this player did it in this amount of time, then you should do it in that same amount of time. So that's my thought on that.
This is not NBA, folks. We're not talking about NBA where you played 10 years.
I got to play through.
And I played 20 years. That's not the same. We can only play 4 years, right? If we there 5 years, goddamn it, we redshirted. Well, we're not allowed to play.
Yeah, and
there's no stats.
in the COVID year,
COVID year, I get to play and like, oh, COVID happened. I'm gonna come back next year and I'm the same grade.
Here's the other thing.
Like what? But you averaged 35 last year. I'm gonna average 35 again.
Because to your point, here's the other thing. So she can come back and
Look at her stupid ass shirt too. I mean, can you imagine? I know that this is a tired point and has been said many times, but can you imagine if a white dude went on that show and said, male, fearless, and white? Can you imagine, bro? It was, that dude would be canceled in 2 seconds.
another year. She has another year where she could come back. She doesn't have to go like she doesn't
So
have
what
to
year
live.
is this for her?
So this is her, she's a senior. She's a senior, but I think her COVID year was last year or this year. I don't know.
Anyways,
this isn't just for Caitlyn.
So here's the real truth of it right here. Not one person on the panel of 4 knew that she's played 4 years. Not one person had the facts. Kelsey Plum, college stats, 3,527 points, 4 years, 2013 to 17. Let's see who Kelsey Plum is. I don't even know who that is. Kelsey Plum. Let's see. Oh shit, she's a white girl? I did not know that. Let's see if she's lesbian though. Oh shit, Darren Waller's her okay, so she's not lesbian. Huh. Where did she go? Where did she play? Oh, Washington. So anyways, Kelsey Plum, college stats, 35, 27, 4 years, 139 games, 25.4 points per game. Caitlyn Clark, 3,462 points, 4 years, 2020 to 2024, because the COVID year would actually be, or the COOF year, excuse me, the COOF year would be next year. The COOF year happens at the end. They have the ability to play an extra if they choose it. So the COVID year hasn't even happened yet for her. That's not what this video is about. I need to stop getting sidetracked. 4 years, 123 games, 28.1 points per game. So, but here's the thing, guys. I need to find. So then this person, the four main people spreading misinformation about Caitlyn Clark and Iowa women's basketball. Here's who it is. And it's like, are you really that surprised? Of why are you really that surprised? It's obvious why they don't like her. She's a white girl. That they don't, it is obvious. And then this person put the amount of hate right here. The amount of hate Caitlyn Clark is receiving from past woman greats from the WNBA and current greats that are coaching in college that are also women is just wild to me. Absolutely wild. I think it's a mix of both. Some of it is definitely jealousy, but some of it is legitimate criticism. Is it fair? No, it's fair that men get criticized for their gameplay. No, true, but they're not really. She's not accurately getting criticized though. So, anyways, very interesting. So, um, I think it's obvious why they are critiquing her. It's because she's a white girl who's totally balling in college basketball and tearing it up. And she's not like white like this girl is. I mean, she's like white. Okay. This girl at least looks like she has some shade to her. Kate, look at Caitlyn Clark. Okay. Caitlyn Clark, white as it gets. All right. So, anyways, let me know what you guys think. I mean, I could be wrong here. Most of you guys probably won't even know who the fuck Caitlyn Clark is. I totally acknowledge that. But if you do, let me know what you guys think. At the very least, like, comment, share, subscribe. And last but not least, DBAP, don't be a pussy with all facts or feelings because your feelings just don't matter. Love you, King. See you guys next time. Christ is King. Peace.